Hello students, we are discussing about AIDS, Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome. In the last class, we have discussed about the replication of retroviruses. AIDS or Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome is caused by the virus HIV, Human Immunodeficiency Virus. HIV is a retrovirus. Retrovirus means viruses which can convert their genetic material RNA into DNA using reverse transcriptase enzyme. In case of retroviruses, RNA is the genetic material, but they can convert RNA into DNA. Hence, they are called as retroviruses. Now, let us discuss about the mode of transmission of AIDS. How AIDS gets transmitted from one individual to another individual. Modes of transmission or way of transmission of AIDS disease. How AIDS is transmitting from one person to another person. First way of transmission is sexual contact. Having sexual contact with multiple partners or having sexual contact with infected person. Sexual contact with infected person is one mode of transmission of AIDS. Sexual contact with infected person or sexual contact with multiple partners. Then another way of transmission is by the transfusion of contaminated blood and blood products. AIDS gets transmitted by the transfusion of infected or contaminated blood. Infected or contaminated. Infected blood means blood having HIV. Blood and blood products means various other components of the blood. Then third way is by sharing infected needles. Sharing of infected needles or syringes, razors or blades, needles, particularly in case of intravenous drug abusers. Intravenous drug abusers means those who are taking drugs in the form of injection. Intravenous means they are giving injections into the veins of the body. That is called intravenous drug abusers, those who are completely addicted to intravenous drug abusers. They share the needles among themselves. So sharing the infected needles, suppose in that group if any one person or individual is having AIDS, then the needle used by that infected individual, if the same needle is used by another healthy individual, then that may lead to transmission of AIDS. Then the fourth way or mode of transmission is from infected mother to child. Fourth way is from infected mother to child. Infected mother to child through placenta. Infected mother to child through placenta. If mother is suffering from AIDS and child or baby is growing in her womb, then that may lead to the transmission of AIDS from pregnant mother or from infected mother to child. Particularly people who have multiple sexual partners or who are addicted to drugs, means who are taking drugs intravenously. Such individuals are prone to get AIDS or the individuals who require repeated blood transfusions. For some individuals need to take or need to transfuse the blood repeatedly. They are also prone to AIDS, or they may get AIDS. Then children who are born to an HIV infected mother. Baby who is born to an HIV infected mother are at high risk of getting AIDS disease. And HIV or virus, human immunodeficiency virus, usually it will not be spread from one individual to another individual by mere touch or by common physical contact or by sharing clothes or by sharing the food, sharing water, etc. They always spread from from infected individual to healthy individuals only through body fluids. Body fluids means it may be a blood or blood components of the infected person, or it may get transmitted through the semen of the infected person. And AIDS patient should not be isolated from the family or from the society. He should live with his family, or he should live in that particular society. Because from mere touch or from normal physical contact, this disease will not be transmitted. Hence, there is no need of isolating the AIDS patient from the family or from the society. And there is a time gap between the infection and appearance of symptoms of AIDS. Means soon after the entry of virus, there will be no appearance of symptoms in the patient. There is a time gap between the infection or between the entry of pathogen HIV into the body and appearance of symptoms of AIDS. And usually this time gap varies from few months to few years. In some individuals, after few months of infection, symptoms may appear, and in some individuals, after few years of infection only, symptoms may appear. Symptoms in the sense, infected individual's immune system completely becomes weak. Then that individual will be susceptible to various type of infections. Easily he may get TB, tuberculosis disease, or easily he may get malaria, because his immune system will be completely become weak in this condition. And after the infection or after getting AIDS, that patient may suffer from bouts of fever. He may get different types of fever, or he may suffer from diarrhea, and there may be chances of weight loss of the patient. This is mainly because of decrease in the number of helper T cells. Decrease in number of helper T cells or T lymphocytes. Decrease in number of helper T cells. Helper T cells, particularly HIV, infect the T cells of the immune system. When that HIV infects helper T cells, it multiplies, then it leads to the lysis of the helper T cells, and then it infects another helper T cell. Because of the continuation of this event, there will be decrease in the number of helper T cell in the patient body. When helper T cell count decreases, the person may easily suffer from various types of diseases caused by bacteria, viruses, fungi, protozoans, etc. That means he may suffer from TB, tuberculosis, or malaria, or diarrhea, or various types of fever like typhoid fever and all, etc. Means immune system of the patient becomes completely weak in case of the development of AIDS disease or acquired immunodeficiency. Means immune system becomes weak means patient's immune system fails to protect the body from disease causing organism. In normal or in healthy individual, soon after the entry of pathogen or foreign substance or antigen, immune system gets activated and it activates various types of cells, and finally particular type of antibodies which fight against particular antigen will be produced. Thereby immune system of an individual protects the body. But in case of AIDS patient, as the number of helper T cell decreases, immune system of the patient fails to protect the body from various types of infections. Diagnosis. How one can diagnose the AIDS? Diagnosis. Laboratory diagnosis means how we can identify that a person is suffering from AIDS. A widely used laboratory diagnosis test for AIDS is ELISA. ELISA means enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. Enzyme linked immunosorbent assay or ELISA is the widely used diagnostic test for AIDS. ELISA. And best treatment for AIDS. Best treatment means treatment in the sense it is not to cure the disease. Treatment is not to cure the disease, but by taking proper treatment, one can improve the lifetime of the patient, or one can improve the lifespan of the patient by taking proper treatment. AIDS patient can be treated by antiretroviral drugs. By antiretroviral drugs. AIDS patient can be treated by giving antiretroviral drugs. Like antiretroviral drugs means anti means opposite to retroviruses. Anti opposite to retroviruses. Like antiretroviral drugs includes azidothymidine. It includes azidothymidine or AZT. Azidothymidine or AZT and dideoxyinosine. Dideoxyinosine means DDC. Dideoxyinosine and interferons. Azidothymidine, dideoxyinosine and interferons are the antiretroviral drugs which are given to treat the AIDS patient, or these are the drugs which are given to improve the lifespan of the AIDS patient. Means these drugs, they won't destroy the HIV, human immunodeficiency viruses, but they prevent or they stop the multiplication and growth of HIV. Thereby they improve the lifespan of the AIDS patient. This is about treatment of AIDS. Next one is prevention of AIDS. How AIDS can be prevented. Prevention. Prevention of AIDS. There is no proper treatment for the AIDS, but one can prevent the development of AIDS. Because AIDS is incurable, prevention is the only one option. So in India, there is a National AIDS Control Organization. National AIDS Control Organization, NACO. National AIDS Control Organization, and some non-governmental organization, means NGOs. Government organization is NACO, National AIDS Control Organization, and non-governmental organization, that is NGOs, are educating the people about AIDS. NACO and NGOs are educating the people about AIDS. That means they are giving knowledge regarding the transmission of AIDS and about the treatment or how to prevent the AIDS and all these things. WHO means World Health Organization. WHO, World Health Organization, has started number of programs in order to prevent the spreading of AIDS infection. WHO has started number of programs. By various programs, it is preventing the spreading of HIV. Then making the blood safe from HIV and ensuring the use of only disposable needles and syringes. Use of disposable. Use and throw. Disposable needles. Use of disposable needles and syringes. Disposable needles and syringes in case of private hospitals or in case of any government or any clinics or in hospitals. Use of disposable needles and syringes in order to prevent the AIDS. Then free distribution of condoms and controlling the drug abuse. Free distribution of condoms. Use of condoms protect the body from sexually transmitted diseases. Free distribution of condoms, and then controlling the drug abuse. Controlling drug abuse. Then advocating safe sex and having sexual contact with single partner. Then promoting regular checkups for HIV in susceptible populations, etc. Advocating safe sex. Advocating safe sex. Having safe sexual contact. Then sexual contact with single partner. Having sexual contact with single partner or avoiding sexual contact with multiple partners. Then promoting regular checkups for HIV in susceptible populations, etc. These are the preventive methods of AIDS, or how we can prevent the spreading of AIDS, prevention of AIDS. One is by the help of NACO and NGOs educating the people about the AIDS. Then by the help of various programs, WHO or World Health Organization is educating the people about the AIDS. Use of disposable needles and syringes in private as well as in government hospitals and clinics. then free distribution of condoms, which prevents the transmission of not only AIDS, it also prevents the transmission of all sexually transmitted diseases, then controlling the drug abuse, advocating the safe sex and having or advocating the sexual contact with single partner. This is about AIDS. Thank you.